Yo guys, what's up? Today I'm going to show you how to paint a red brick base for your minis. I wanted something that was in that kind of hue. I wanted something that looked like a dark urban environment. So we're starting off with this. This is some Vallejo earth texture pumice. We've got some red bricks, which work well for a red brick base. You can even snap them up, but just basically get them on the base of your mini. I've just done a load of them, pushed them in with a brush to really settle them into the pumice while the pumice is still wet. That'll hold them in place nicely once it's dry. Then get some larger basing material. This is some Rival Crafts ballast. Scatter that on all over, and then once again, use your brush and just sort of poke that into the pumice while it's still wet. After you've done that and shook off any excess, get some really small particulate. We've got this sand, and this is great because it's got a right kind of scale for what we want to have on a miniature. Sprinkle that liberally all over. You can do some salt maves if you want. It's up to you. You do it your way. Once all that's done and it's dry, undercoat it. I've used black through the airbrush to get a nice smooth undercoat on this. We're then going to take some Rhinox hide, put that through the airbrush, and here's where you don't need to worry too much about being accurate. With the black, you kind of want to make sure you only get it on these parts of the mini, but here you can see that I'm just spraying that lightly onto things like the cloak. We've done some of the boots, those kind of things. So that's to help tie the mini into the scene a little bit, really cement it, no pun intended, in our area. We're taking some Vallejo Fire Red, mixing that in with our Rhinox hide, and we're just starting to highlight up those bricks with that. Don't want to get all of it, want to get a nice balance between light and shadow on these guys. Once you've done all of that, then take some Cador Red base. You can use Evil Sun Scarlet. Honestly, it's actually pretty good. It's just, I prefer this. Get all the bricks highlighted again one last time. You've got a nice bright looking red brick at the end of it. We're not quite finished there, though. We're going to edge highlight all those bricks. So pick a little bit of Flash Gitch Yellow in with your Cador Red, or, you know, Evil Suns. They're all good. Edge highlight all the bricks. Just get a couple of edges, like the most prominent, brightest, highest edges, as you'd expect. And then why not go one step further and just put on a little bit of battle damage, paint in a few cracks and things. And whilst I'm doing that, why don't you take an opportunity to like and subscribe to the channel if you like the content. If you don't, well, I guess, you know, don't. But leave a comment telling me why you don't like the content. Once we've got all of that done, we're pretty much at a pace where we're finished with this part of the miniature. There's a couple of things that we're going to add, though. Let's just chuck some grass tufts on because they look cool for a start. And then lastly, to really bring everything together, I'm going to take a really battered old brush. We're going to take some pigments. I've used some dark neutral earth to begin with because it's earth and kind of dark and brown. Guess it works. We're then going to take a slightly red color. We've got some burnt sienna, which is a pretty natural pigment. I'm going to put that on a few areas of the base and just going to lightly brush it on things like the cloak, the boots, the knee pads, stuff like that, just to add a little bit more dirt to the mini. Hopefully you've enjoyed this tutorial because that's basically it. It is a quick tutorial. If you have, subscribe. If you really enjoyed it, come and follow me over on Twitch, where you can see me stream 4 nights a week. We do content just like this. Hopefully we'll see you in the streams. Peace out.